Now there's a woman that they're calling Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell. If you don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she's the woman that was like helping Jeffrey Epstein. And they have a woman that Diddy, they say Diddy, let me show you guys this, was using to help him with his little situation. This is her right here. This is the woman they calling Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell. Everything we know about the woman being dubbed Diddy's Ghislaine. This is her. Now we know she gonna sing like a canary. Says Diddy has said he couldn't function without his chief of staff, Kristina Khorram, who was allegedly so instrumental to his freak-offs and alleged trafficking enterprise. She is being called the Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein. That's a crazy thing to be for somebody. It says, as Sean Diddy Combs sits behind bars after being denied bail, and the feds pursue their investigation to his alleged trafficking venture, sources tell the New York Post that Kristina would know everything, as she was more like his manipulator-in-chief. Wow. Combs was arrested on Tuesday and indicted on 3 counts of racketeering, conspiracies, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And sources alleged to the Post that Khorram helped him recruit his SEX workers, some underage, just as Maxwell was convicted of doing the same thing for Jeffrey Epstein. This is her right here. This is the woman that they're accusing. So when we say, when the word RICO is used and they're saying criminal organization, he's being charged with running a criminal organization, he has people like this involved, is what they're saying. The indictment alleges that the employees of Combs Enterprises would assist Combs, Diddy, in his freak-offs and performances, freaky performances, put on for the disgraced former mogul that were so long and taxing that the participants of these freak-offs needed IV fluids afterwards, by booking hotel rooms, ordering supplies, and soliciting workers to attend. Even before this week's indictment in the mini lawsuit Combs has been hit with, Khorram was identified as one of the driving forces behind these elaborate SEX events where many were allegedly forced to participate against their will. Hit the like button. Let's get this out to as many people that can watch this as possible, man, because this is a lot of valuable information on this topic, man. This is crazy. So he wasn't working alone. A lot of people he's the face of it. So, people go at him only, and he deserves everything he's getting. But you got to look at everybody in this situation, because it's not possible for him to run a criminal organization alone. You need other people to help you with this. And they're saying that this woman right here, Kristina Khorram, is his right-hand woman. Like, she's the woman organizing all these events, all these different things that he had going on. Crazy. It says music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones, in his complaint against Combs and his alleged enablers, claimed that Khorram, this woman right here, knowingly and intentionally participated in, perpetrated, assisted, supported, facilitated SEX trafficking venture. She knew it was a trafficking company. She knew that they were using his company to traffic, and he said that she knew every little detail about it and participated in every single way. Says, and she was instrumental, this is a quote, and instrumental in organizing and executing the trafficking enterprise. Khorram was described as Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs, Diddy, his Jeffrey Epstein in the complaint. She has not been arrested or charged with a crime. She ain't been arrested or charged with a crime because she's going to be an informant, in my opinion. That's what I believe. You're going to be an informant. She's probably the number one informant that they have on this whole situation. She ain't about to sit in jail. Diddy can't sit in jail for real. Diddy in there already talking about offing himself. I've been locked up, so I know how it go. You get in there and he in there and he's starting to, they asking him a question. They'll ask him a question like in classification before they place him in a little look at him. Look at him. Before they place him in a cell block or anything like that, or in population or PC or whatever, they're gonna ask him, "How you feeling, man? Do you have any?" They ask questions in classification like, "Do you have any thoughts of hurting yourself, harming yourself, or anything like that?" Diddy in there like, "Yeah, When it's your first time, you ain't never been locked up, you ain't never been cracked for nothing. You know, he probably thinking if I say yeah, they'll give me better treatment. Bro, they gonna put you somewhere freezing cold with no blanket. Hey, if you've been locked up in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, dog. you know them cats that come in, they come in there and they think that if they tell them I'm gonna harm myself, that they're gonna put you somewhere safer. And really, they just take all your privileges. They're like, all right, we can't put him in there with nothing. Put him in there with a blanket. No blanket, no nothing, because they think you're gonna hang yourself. So they end up putting you in an uncomfortable cell. Cells are already uncomfortable. If you could believe, they can get more uncomfortable. They're gonna put you in there. In California, they feed you, they call it in lockdown, they call it a juke ball. So you don't get to eat. They ain't gonna give you a knife or a spork or a spoon or none of that. They're gonna ball all your food up, put it in a ball, and they sit it on a tray and feed it to you like that. They'll lock you in a chair. If you start flaring your arms or if you do anything crazy, they're gonna sit you in a chair, put a hood over your head, strap it up where you can't spit, you can't bite. They're gonna strap your arms into the wheelchair, your legs are strapped in where you can't move. Or they might put you in a stand-up cell. When they gotta move you from your cell to court, they're gonna put you in a stand-up cell where you can't sit down and you can't move and you chained to the cage. A one-man cell. I've been through it all, dog. I've been there. So I didn't seen all of it. So he think he gonna go in there. Oh yeah, they classifying them. The officers that's doing classification, like, hey, so okay, name, okay, height. All right, man. PC or general pop? PC. That's what Diddy going. PC. Okay. You having any thoughts of harming yourself or anything? You don't look good, man. Yeah, I am thinking about harming myself. He think that's gonna get him out of trouble. If he's like, I'm gonna play the victim. That's how they think. That's how when you're in your first time and you scary, like that's how you think, and he is. Let's get back to this article, man. This is the woman that they're saying was his right-hand woman helping him organize all these different events. She ain't been arrested. It says, Khorram was described as the Ghislaine Maxwell, Sean Combs, Jeffrey Epstein. She has not been arrested or charged with a crime. In my opinion, it's because she's about to be the biggest informant on this case. If she was his right-hand woman, she don't even look like she built to do no time. She is right-hand woman? Man, please. She about to tell on a lot of people. It's bigger than Nino Brown. Says Diddy himself has emphasized Khorram's role in his daily doings. In 2020, he wrote that she keeps his world twirling and makes sure that I smile every day and I don't go into those dark places. One way she did that, as alleged in Little Rod's lawsuit, was by requiring everyone around Combs to carry a pouch or fanny pack filled with narcotics so that he can indulge in his drug habit whenever he wanted to. This is her. Let's make sure her face. Let's not just we gonna get on him too, but let's not just get on the black man. Let's make sure that we showing everybody that's a part of this situation. It says Diddy also praised Khorram in 2021 on a Facebook post in which he wrote, "Kristina, aka KK, keeps everything in my life and business running. She's been my right hand for the last 8 years and has consistently proven to execute and get ish done. Don't know how I'd function without her." Now that don't sound crazy until all this other stuff come out. That sound like back then people thinking like, oh, Diddy showing love to one of his executives. After you hear that she's the Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein, now it starts sounding crazy. It's crazy. Khorram started with Diddy's Bad Boy Records in 2013, so she's been working with him since 2013. So that's her. So when we say Rico, there's a lot more that goes into that than just Diddy. We're gonna hear about a lot of celebrities. I know they scrambling behind the scenes. People scrambling behind the scenes trying to figure out who's involved. What did you have? What did you do when you was at Diddy's house? Do you remember anything, bro? I want to know who calling who. I want to know who calling who. Look at Buddy. Look at Buddy. He didn't walk into a cell, somebody looking at him like that.